So if you're curious as to how good or how bad the air is that you're breathing, or you work in an environment where you may want to monitor the air quality to know when you're safe and when you need to get out, well, here's an air quality monitor for you right here. We're going to point the camera down, we're going to open it up, we're going to see what it looks like, we're going to see what it comes with, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about it and see how well it works out here in my garage. So let's go ahead and point the camera down and take a look. Alright, so this is how it comes. It's nice and compact. It does have a bright LED screen for you to look at, so everything is displayed nice and clearly. And it also uses laser detectors and chemical detectors, which is pretty cool. Here's your manual right here, the actual air quality checker. Here's your charge cord. It's a USB to USB Type-C. And then you're also going to get a silicone wrist strap if you need to carry it around, because you can also use this in environments such as greenhouses, and say like I used to work in the oil field and we would carry these around to know if there were any dangerous gases. So multi-use and very important. So let's go ahead, check this one out. You can see it almost looks like it's made by Apple. It has the nice black trimmed screen. It's all white. It does have audible alarms in it so if air quality becomes too bad, it will actually sound an alert letting you know that the air quality has reached an unsafe level. To turn it on, you have your off on button up here, and then you have your wrist strap attachment right here. You just slide it through this little hole and double it through itself like that, and that's how you attach your wrist strap. Let's go ahead and power it on. Long press it till it beeps. It looks like it's going through a little bit of a calibration cycle. We're going to go ahead and let it finish that cycle. Now you can see that it is displaying the temperature in the room, which is 73 degrees with 48% humidity. And then once it counts down and pulls up the other measurements, we'll go over those as well. Alright, so it finished its countdown, but it still needs to kind of like settle itself in, because when it first came on, everything was reading poor, but you can see the numbers are still changing pretty drastically, and one is good now, the TVOC, and the HCHO is in the OK range. So I'm just going to let this run a little bit longer until these numbers stabilize, and then we'll come back and I'll tell you what each of the readings are and how this device actually makes those readings. Alrighty, so it has settled down. You can still see it's still kind of dropping and fluctuating, and it's going to do that as it's pulling samples, and it's so sensitive, and that's not a bad thing, because it was settled down completely, but then once I put my hands near it, it can actually detect. You can see how the numbers just jumped up just by placing my hand there. So it does a very good job of reading in real time what the pollutants are in the room. Now, luckily for me, everything settled out to be good in this room. You know, CO2, of course, is carbon dioxide in the room, and you can see that's quite low. The TVOC, that's your volatile organic compounds. And then the HCHO is formaldehyde, which is a big no-no to be breathing. And that's also a good level, pretty much non-existent in this garage, which is surprising to me. I figured the air quality would be a little bit worse, but it is air conditioned in here and there are air filters, so that's probably why those numbers are so low. You can see that we're at 78 degrees Fahrenheit with a 39% humidity. Up at the top there, you can see what your battery life is. It's a nice colored display whenever you're checking your readings, because good is in green, okay is yellow, and of course red is bad or high. It's easy to just look at it at a glance to see if you're within safe levels of air quality in the room. Now the CO2, it uses an infrared sensor. For the TVOC, it uses a semiconductor sensor. For the HCHO, it's an electrochemical sensor, in case you were curious. But overall, it does quite a nice job. I like the big color display. I like the finished look. It looks, like I said, as if it was made by Apple. It's portable, it's rechargeable. It's going to help you keep your greenhouse safe. It's going to keep you safe in your house and in different environments. And with the modern world, it's not a bad thing to monitor the air quality. I hope this video helps, and thanks for watching.